Okay.
I want today talk about the quality of life of the Canada. Everybody okay with my voice?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
yes, okay.
Yeah.
My voice okay now.
Thank you. Canada ranks above the average in housing, subjective well-being, personal security, health status, social connections, environmental quality, jobs and earnings, work-life balance, education and skills, civic engagement, income and wealth. The ranking is formed in partnership with Bob Group as well as Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania in a study that surveyed more than 20,000 global citizens from 4 regions to assess perception of the 8 key countries of 75 different metrics. So this investigation is done by Bob Group and the Wharton School of the University of the Pennsylvania. Bob Group is the largest group in the world for the leading empirical studies. Canada scored highly in numerous metrics, such as political stability, where it was awarded the highest score of 10. Likewise, the country was given a 10 for its well-developed public education system, as well as 9.6 for its well-developed public health system. Meaning the ranking of the Canada in the public education system and political stability is very, very high, 10 of 10. And the health system is 9.6. Canada ranking in the world for quality of life for the 4th year, meaning the 2017, 2018, 2019, and 22, in up to the Scandinavian countries. First is Canada, and then Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Switzerland, Finland, Australia, Netherlands, New Zealand, and Germany. In 2017 and 2018, Canada just topped the list of rankings from US News and World Report for its quality of life. It came out ahead of Scandinavian countries such as Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. The ranking analyzed the treatment of the country's citizens through. My screen has some problem, of their leave. One of the issues for the ranking of every country in the world is the situation of the university. Canadian universities have an excellent reputation internationally. Every year, many of them end up on Quacurelli-Simon QS, highly coveted ranking of the best university in the world. For 2018, the University of Toronto ranked 31st, McGill University in Montreal 32nd, and the University of British Columbia 51st. Canada is also home to some of the best university cities in the world, according to QS. Montreal ranked 4th, whereas the Toronto and Vancouver ranked 13 and 17 respectively. QS or Quacurelli-Simon is the magazine or journal that they annually publish in the world. As I mentioned, is very reliable association for the ranking of university in the world. the picture of the University of Toronto. Another issue for this ranking is the environment of the Canada. Canada is known for its wide, open spaces and is the second largest country in the world next to Russia. Canada is a country with diverse natural ecosystems, 25% of which are wetlands, 60% Arctic, and 50% forest. This is the picture of the Banff Park in Alberta. To help people enjoy Canada's great outdoors, the country created a vast network of the national parks, including the renowned Banff National Park and a Jasper National Park in the Canadian Rockies. Also, nature lovers will find 340 Ontario provincial parks, notably Algonquin, Bon Echo, and Killarney. Ontario parks encompass almost 8% of the province, an area larger than Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island combined. This is another picture of the Banff Park in the Alberta. Another issue that is important for the ranking of all of the country in the world is the safety and security. You can move to Canada worry-free, as the country has scored a 9.1, very high, 9.1 out of 10 for its security, according to the OECD Better Life Index. No less than 81% of the Canadians say they feel safe walking alone at night. The average OECD country is 69%. Canada's homicide rate is also low at 1.4% for every 100,000 citizens, compared to the OECD average of 3.6%. And what about the OECD? OECD is the abbreviation of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. It's an international organization that works to build better policies for the better needs.
Sorry to interrupt you, Farzad. Can I ask everyone to mute themselves because I hear some noises while Farzad is talking.
Okay.
Would you please mute yourself? Thank you.
Another issue is the value and integration. All Canadians' fundamental rights are protected by the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom. Plus, Canada is known around the world for its warm welcoming of newcomers to the country. Immigrants receive guidance and support in their job search and can receive free language training. Ontario has created its own service offerings, including assistance finding housing, settling into the community, accessing healthcare, and other social services and more. In Canada, you have the many choices for the live in different cities. Many Canadian cities find themselves among the best places in the world. Simply check the ranking by the Human Resources Consulting firm, meaning the Mercer. Vancouver ranks 5th in the world, Toronto 16th, and the Montreal 21st. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your attention. I have the 10 questions. If you let me, I can share for the responses by me or my friend.
Thank you, Professor. It was a great lecture, great presentation. So, do you have any questions to ask, Fazal?
No, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice presentation. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good explanation. Would you please just uh, start the quiz?
Right? Let me see. I must just you see the picture of me.
Yeah, you have not shared your screen yet.
Yeah,
Okay, I have a question from Farzad.
yes.
Yeah, Farzad, thank you so much for your very, very good presentation.
And
And I have, what's the matter? Do, do you hear me?
yes,
Yes.
yes, I hear.
Um, as you mentioned that you present some general information about Canada.
Mhm.
In general information, I suggest, if possible, you should refer to some information about Canada's economies also,
Mhm.
uh, because it is very important that what is situation of economy in Canada, and
Mhm.
also in the life uh, quality. Uh, it will be better that you mention that the elements of life quality also. I mean that in which element the Canada is better than one other countries in life quality.
As I mentioned, that this ranking is the high quality. High quality of this ranking is 10, and
Uh-huh.
the stability of the policy, the Canada ranking is the 10 of 10. Another 10 of 10 is related to the public educational system. Also have the 10 of 10 in Canada. But for example, in the health system, the Canada have the very high ranking. As I mentioned, it's as the 9.1, very high, very high. When you have the average of this ranking in the world is top of the country, for example, up to the Scandinavian country.
Yeah. For example, in the health trends in Canada, some people believe that uh, this trend is not very suitable, and it's not very good because the procedures for example, see a specialist doctor is very, very difficult for people. And in the real atmosphere, in the real matter, somebody don't satisfy from these trends. What do you think about it? I mean that the family doctor is good, but if you want going to appointment with a specialist doctor and going to hospital for doing an operation, doing a surgery, it is very, very, very difficult for people doing that. What do you think about it?
It's a very good question, but I can just compare to our country as you mean the Iran. The health system of the Canada, as you know, it's government. One of the best issues is that all of the cost of the health is not paid by the patient. It's very, very important. Uh, it's not related to me because everybody knows that we have the good system because of the good educated people in the health system in the Iran, but the cost is not very well for everybody because a lot of the cost must be paid by patients. One of the very, very good and comparational, and I compare to this country together, it's the uh, totally governmental, and uh, you have the such the health card without paying any cost, any cost, any pay the cost. But I agree with you because some referring system of the Canada maybe not good works